Everything you're about to hear is coming from this guitar and out of this speaker. This is the NEXG2 smart audio guitar. Okay, what you heard there was me using the looper function of this guitar, which basically is the ability to record a section of music and then have it played back for you through this speaker. This one goes a step further because it actually has onboard drum loops, and those are actually real drum loops, you know, so they sound great. Of course, it has effects as well, and everything's operated through this little control center here. This is a 2-inch color touchscreen display. More on that later. This is an 80 watt onboard speaker, and that should say that is peak power. We've got 21 frets where there should be 20, but what we have here is a 0 fret. And what that does is it gives you the ability for the strings not to have its first contact on the nut, which in this case would be carbon fiber, but it sits on metal. So you've got metal to metal contact, and you know that has some advantages. You know, the ability to have lower action, intonation. If you haven't heard of that, you can look that up. Underneath the guitar, you have the in-out panel, and you have the USB-C port for charging, data transfer, and OTG. You have a line-out jack, a mic-in jack, and a headphone jack. Of course, you've got another one of these one-piece carbon fiber bodies, although this reel is detachable, and when it comes off, you've got this ultra slim package, especially when you pack it away in the bag, and it almost looks like a travel guitar. It's 38 inches long, which is roughly the same as a Fender Stratocaster, and width of 11 inches, but because of that detachable frame, it gives you the impression that it's much smaller. Okay, let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, that's just a few sounds. There are a lot more, but we need to get moving on because there's a lot to this guitar. Let's take a look at the touchscreen. Okay, just to turn the guitar on, you just press this button. And that button is also the volume knob. Okay, so just a couple of things on this page. You've got your 4 banks right here, and you can go through them with this button here. So Fusion, Lab, Acoustic, and Rock. So that's your 4 banks, and if you just scroll up or down, you've got 5 patches with each. Just pick one and just hit confirm, and that's that. Okay, these buttons work differently depending on what screen you're on. Right now, if I hit this, we're into the tuner. It's on beep mode there, you can see. So you'll get an audio confirmation there. If I go to voice,
please play the low E string. All right, please play the A string.
And you can go through it like that, or you can just do it simply by hitting mute and doing it visually. If you hold that in, that's a vocal remover right there. Okay, this button right here, this will actually mute the guitar if you're using the speaker for, let's say, playing music through. You don't have to worry about feedback from the strings. If I hold that in, that's another wireless feature. Okay, so let's go to settings. So this is where you set all your audio levels: guitar, mic in, microphone, wireless, line out, OTG, headphones. And this is for adjusting the brightness. And here are the buttons to pair or connect the microphone or the foot pedal. Then you've got a reset button there. You can reset to factory settings. Okay, if we go to drum, this is all your this is your basic metronome right here. These two, you've got 4/4 and 6/8, and then the rest are drum patterns, which they're actually real drum patterns, so they sound pretty good. Then you've got your different genres. If you scroll down, right, funk, rock, blues, right down to metal and jazz, indie, etc. They're all available there. Just to hear one, let's see. Okay, and there's your drum volume. And then you've got the BPM, and then it's adjustable from this knob. So if we go to the looper function now, so this MST, that's basically your overall volume there in this screen now. So like I say, you just tap on these, and this is going to be your guitar volume. When you're in a loop situation, you can actually turn the guitar down, so you can sort of get a mix between that and the drums, which are right here. This is your drum volume right there, and they all go up to 16. There's a BPM, and there's your the drum loop that you've selected, but you can also knock off the follow off, which is basically a 1 bar countdown. Okay, and then up here you've got your banks again, which can be changed. See, Fusion, Lab, and Acoustic, that can be changed from there, just pressing that button in. Now these buttons here, basically to start the loop feature, you just press that screen right here. So if I just hit that, it's going to give me a 1 bar countdown. So let's... and these two buttons now become play and stop. So this is play, and that button is now stop, you see. And then if you hold this button down right here, you can clear whatever you did, whatever loop you did. And if you hold that button down, that will be undo. So basically what's happening is those little symbols at the very end, these last two on each set, that's what these buttons become when you're in the looper mode. Moving on to the accessories, you've got your truss rod wrench, you've got your earphones, and these not only look good, they sound great. Power plug and cable. wireless microphone. Okay, so this is the wireless microphone and it sounds clear as a bell. The good thing about this is you can use it on the looper function, which means you can get a full vocals, guitar, drums, song or loop, you know. Also, if you want to use this for singing or whatever, you don't want those strings to ring out, there's that little button right there will mute the strings. And the wireless foot switch, which it does change the preset banks, but really it's the looper function you really need this for. And it really does work great for that, very easy to use as well. The charging stand, which of course, you know, has a double feature of holding the guitar and charging it at the same time. Kind of looks like a big cello when it's sitting on there. But yeah, everything lights up when you set it on there. Looks very nice. Okay, let's take a look at the looper function on this, because I think that's probably the main feature of this guitar. It's probably best to use the pedal, because you can use the looper function on the guitar, but the problem is you have to stop playing and then come back here and actually stop the loop, which you can't do in all cases, probably if you were just hitting chords. Just before we look at that function, this paddle is also used for switching through the different banks. So when it's on this page right here, you can just hit that. It'll go to rock, fusion, and lab right there. Okay, so moving on to the looper. Once you go to the looper page, then it changes functionality. You'll see the lights change there. So this first one right here, that's the tempo, and it's actually flashing in time. Once you've got that set, you start here. This is your record button, and once you hit that, as long as you've got follow mode on, you'll get a little count in. You start your loop. Once you've finished, you hit it again, you know. So let's try that with a simple chordal thing. Okay, so there's playing that back. Okay, now if we just want to add a line, we just do the same thing. So here, that's basically a stop button right there. So we just place this here. That's the stop button, and this is the start button. So play and stop, very easy. Okay, and then this button here will turn off the drum track. So if you can just, here we go. You see, so you can get a sort of a good sense of what's going on without the drums being in there. And also these two buttons here have dual functionality, because this one is an undo. And if we play this, if I hit this, hold it down, you see it takes the last entry out. Right, now if I hold this down again, it'll redo it. Bring the drums in. Okay, so I mean that's basically, yes, if you hold this down, it'll just wipe all the information you just did there, so it's just ready to go again. Let's have a look at the app and just connect here. There we go. So there's all your volumes. for everything basically, and EQ. We go to presets. There's your 4 banks, acoustic rock, fusion, lab, and then if we just edit the one I'm using here, if we just go to edit, there's your EQ. Make sure you get to know this, because this is where you get the best out of this guitar. You know, you can affect the signal here, bass, mid, top, whatever you need. Effects, pretty much self-explanatory when it comes to those pedals. We've all used those pedals. It's just down here if you want to activate other effects, you just slide down like that and slide up again to deactivate then. Okay, and all this stuff can be saved, of course. Tools, there's all your the looper volume, drum volume, all your backing tracks and stuff are in there. There's all the looper functions, although you know, they're really best used with the foot pedal. In the settings, tuner, etc., screen brightness, there's where you connect the foot switch and the mic over Bluetooth. And in this breathing light, this little light right here that makes it look like it's alive, you know, you can change different colors in it. You know, there's a type of magenta color there. And then there's various different modes on that, from gradient to mono color. Yeah, so that's that basically. Although see down here at the bottom, yeah, here's a part where there's songs, there's PDF tabs and things, but these tools here, I've already covered these on another video, but there are some great tools in there, from the basic chords to chord finder. Yeah, it's definitely worth a look, but that's the app. Okay, you can see that there's a lot packed into this little unit, but everything, like I've been using this for about 2.5 weeks, and I haven't had a single issue with connecting to any device or anything like that. The quality is exceptional. It just feels really well put together. Just little things like this little rubber strip, you know, just to keep it going, or just to keep it steady on your knee, you know, there's just a lot of thought went into it. This rail, I mean, it looks, you think it's going to be uncomfortable from the picture. I wasn't too sure, but it's very comfortable, you know, and for some reason it seems like the perfect size of guitar. The speaker is really good. I mean, it's more like a guitar amp, because that's what it feels like. You know, the bass and just how it operates. I don't know if it's this vent on the back, but it sounds almost like a 3-dimensional sound. Of course, the microphone's not going to pick that up, but the sound, hopefully I've demonstrated that. I mean, that speaks for itself. You know, the clean tones were really good. Obviously, the distorted tones, I mean, you can probably get better distorted tones. One thing I would say is treat this as an acoustic guitar. You know, you're not going to be doing electric guitar bends on this guitar, so just keep that in mind. It does play like an acoustic. Who would be interested really in this guitar? Certainly more creative type people, you know, because you can get an idea going pretty quick without having to touch a computer or anything else like that. You know, you've got it all right here in this single unit. Also singers as well, you know, because obviously you've got the drums, and I mean, they're real drums. So yeah, you could have a song up in a couple of minutes. You can actually have a song going. That's all I can think of at the minute. But you know, it's been a real blast playing this, because I've never actually used a looper function before. And one of the standout accessories for me was the foot pedal, because just to have a wireless device that you can set on your desktop, you know, it's just wires, you know. I hate wires, so just to put that on the floor and just have it operate, it's great, you know. If you've got any more questions on this, let me know in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe, and good luck.